Aaron.
Hi, Morgan.
Hi, Ariel. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, so we're here.
You're my guest on the Biba Pickles Variety Show.
It's been a while.
Yeah, last time you came on and I think our recorder was broken, so I couldn't record your performance.
Oh, that's okay.
But today I'm recording right now and I will send you the recordings.
This is
Yay.
for the ages.
I know, this will last forever and ever and ever until the internet one day crashes and then we all die.
Okay, I have Beatles trivia for you. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. On the White Album, Paul McCartney played drums on 3 songs instead of Ringo. Name 2 of them. Just 2.
I know this, but it's been so long, so I have to think about it. One of them is Happy Birthday, right?
Nope.
Really?
No.
Well, I was one of those.
And it's just called Birthday.
Oh, yeah. Is one of them back in the USSR?
Yes.
Yeah. And then
Next track.
I used to know this. Okay. I didn't prepare when you texted me because I thought that would be cheating.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's Dear Prudence.
Oh.
Yeah. First and second track, Ringo was
And
not on.
and then the third one was it
What is this?
Sexy Sadie?
No, that's third track was actually I don't even remember. I think it's Wild Honey Pie. Oh well. Anyway, that's
Okay.
not why we're here.
Well, do you have any other Beatles trivia, or is
Okay.
that the one question?
No. Yeah, I practiced that in front of the mirror all day. No. Okay. More Beatles trivia. Let me think. We have an hour to kill.
Yeah, I used to know a whole lot, but
Do you want easy Beatles trivia or difficult Beatles trivia?
You choose.
Okay.
I'm the one that will have to cope.
Stu Sutcliffe played bass in the Beatles for a while they were called the Quarrymen, I believe.
No, that was
Silver Beatles.
Yeah.
Okay, but what did he die of?
He died of a brain hemorrhage.
Yes!
He was kicked in the head during a riot in Hamburg.
Wow, you're killing it.
And John Lennon saved him and picked him up, but there was a dirty rumor
that
from
John did it.
Yeah, from the Albert Goldman book. Okay.
This is true. Okay, Okay, now you ask me one.
Okay.
You know your stuff.
Do you want me to give you a easy one or hard one?
Hard one.
Okay. I will. Well, I'll give you. I'll give you a medium one.
Okay.
So in the movie Help, there's a cameo by Victor Spinetti. There's a cameo by Victor Spinetti, I think. Or I'm really nervous. I'm never put on the spot like this.
No, this is what happens.
I Beatles trivia is just
we're
one
on
of
the
those
same
things.
level. That's why of knowledge. That's why.
That's why I'm nervous because usually I can just talk.
I wouldn't just challenge anybody.
Okay, I got one. So in Help there is a cameo by Neil Aspinall. What was his cameo?
I have no earthly idea. I've seen Help twice in my life, and I was really young.
Neil Aspinall was the Olympic swimmer, and when they were in the Alps, he was the one that came up and was like, is this a finish line? And then they just point, and then he goes back down and he says thanks. So that was Neil Aspinall.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Neil Aspinall was one of their roadies. Yeah.
Okay. Name one working title for the movie Help before it was called Help.
Oh, I know.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I know this. And
corny in the most 1960s
Yeah, no, it is
way.
really corny, and I can't remember exactly, but wasn't it something like The Man with the Hat?
No.
Or something like that.
It was almost called 8 Arms to Hold You.
Oh, yeah. I totally remember that. I remember when the Palm had Help.
Yeah.
The KCPR did that, and I remember when they were doing the trivia, I knew everything. And they were going through the questions during our little executive meeting, and they were saying they were researching on the internet the questions, and they said we're doing these questions, and I answered all of them and knew all of them. But that was a year ago.
Help was actually where George met Patty?
No, it was A Hard Day's Night. Patty Boyd was one of the groupies
Really?
in the beginning of the film of A Hard Day's Night. She was one of the girls on the train where John Lennon went, "Please don't let them take me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to go." And he was faking like he was in handcuffs, and they were giggling and stuff. That was Patty Boyd. That's where George met her, and she had like 2 lines.
Yeah, you wanted me because I thought they met on the set of Help, and like there was this, and I think there was also a sitar around, and that's where George got into it, like a prop. I'm not sure. Anyway,
I know
Help
that
is
George was really influenced by Ravi Shankar,
he was.
and that was kind of his introduction into Eastern culture,
Yeah.
religion.
Help is a terrible movie.
What? Okay,
It's good. It's good.
it's
like the
good,
musical,
but it's very
the
it's
musical spots are good, but like the plot is like ridiculous. I like
it's
it. In a very silly
ridiculous,
way.
but I think that's like why I like it. No, you know what is a movie that takes it to the next level? Magical Mystery
oh
Tour.
my god, yeah, that was just on TV. I couldn't deal with it.
I used to watch that movie so much when I was in middle school just because of how ridiculous it was, but it's so good.
Magical Mystery Tour is like the film equivalent of getting really bad food poisoning and like being like bedridden all day, and you just feel terrible, and
Really,
getting all
I
these
think
weird sensations, and
I
you
think it's the
hallucinate.
musical equivalent of like talking to a child. You're like, this is sweet, this is really nice, but like you don't make any sense, and
Yeah.
it's kind of
Just
terrible
like,
being around you.
yeah.
But I like kind of being around you. You kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, I remember I was
You have
like
some
that.
naive things to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do one more question for me? I'll have one more for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me think. Okay, Let It Be era. Paul came up with the idea. I think it was Paul who came up with the idea of the Beatles doing a concert on like one of the 7 wonders of the world or some like far-flung location. Named one place that Paul McCartney suggested they filmed their final concert. And they ended up being on the roof, of course, but
Yeah, and they got like arrested taking
Yeah.
that. Okay. Man, I read about this a really long time ago. I want to say the Taj Mahal. Yeah.
that's why the bell's here. You could also send the pyramids.
Oh yeah, I remember
Or
that.
like on I think like a cruise ship or something.
I don't remember the cruise ship, but I remember the pyramids.
Maybe I made that up.
I remember him talking about that.
Absurdity. That's where Paul McCartney really started to slip.
And then after that, he was like, "Let's do an album, and it's called Back to the Egg, guys."
Back to the egg.
And then we'll have another one called Venus and Mars, and then we're gonna have a poster.
You know the poses. You know that the cover of Please Please Me where they're leaning over the banister.
Yeah.
They actually copied that. They were gonna call Let It Be Get Back, and they were like sitting in the same poses on that banister, like from the exact same camera angle. It's a hoot.
Really, wasn't that put on their best of album? Like there was the
I
best.
think there's like the red and blue albums.
Yeah, and the blue album's the original one. The red album's the one where they're like doing the pose again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, one more.
Okay, I'll give you one. So name the 5 Beatles movies, even though they didn't have a direct.
Yeah.
With one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Name the 5, and then name the 3 that Victor Spinetti was in.
Oh my god. I don't know who Victor Spinetti is.
He was in 3 of the Beatles films, and they're really good friends with
Okay,
him.
there
And
were 5.
He had tiny parts in each of the 3. Can you name the parts that he had in each of the 3?
I can't. I mean, okay, let me think of just first things first. The 5 Beatles movies. Okay, there's Hard Day's Night. There's Help, Magical Mystery Tour, Yellow Submarine, and Let It Be.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know who Victor Spinetti is. Is he a friend of yours?
No, he's not a friend of mine. He's a friend. He was a friend of the Beatles, and he was in 3. Just name what 3 films you think that he was in.
Okay, it was probably in. It wouldn't make sense for him to be in Yellow Submarine or to Let It Be. So it's probably the other 3.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And do you know the parts that he played in the 3?
No.
Okay, so in A Hard Day's Night, do you remember the guy that had that really stupid fuzzy sweater and John Lennon makes fun of him and he's
Yeah.
the guy filming them? That's Victor Spinetti. And then in Help, he was one of the like masterminds that was trying to get Ringo's ring off. Remember when he
Yeah, I
was
remember
trying
that.
to shrink Ringo? Yeah, he was one of them. And because there was like the short, fat, balding one, and there was the tall one that had the kind of pointy nose. That was him. And then in Magical Mystery Tour, there was like a part where like Paul's like signing up for the military, and there's that general that's going blah 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 blah, and then he's all of a sudden in a field with a desk, and there's like a fake cow, and then the general's like yelling at him. That general is also Victor Spinetti.
Okay, here's an easy bonus question. What popular alternative rock band got their name from a line in Magical Mystery Tour? Super popular.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Yes.
Because in Magical Mystery Tour, there's a song by Bonzo Doodah Band.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, this has been fun.
Yeah, this has. Maybe next round will be Beach Boys.
Oh, man, you're going to beat me on that. You know way more. You're hands down winner.
We'll see. Anyway, so my name is Morgan Enos, for those who are listening, and I do music as Seabirds. And I am putting out an LP in about a month that I've been working on for some time. I've done a lot of self-releases and played shows here forever, but I'm finally working on something that's pretty detailed, and I'm excited about it. And we're going to debut a few tracks from it, and maybe I'll provide some commentary. I'll also be playing some stuff from my other projects in collaboration with friends. So that's one idea for how to kill time up here.
When is the album due?
It's in the mastering process right now. I'm gonna say mid-June. I'll put out digitally, and then I'll figure out a CD.
On June, are you gonna come back on my show to like play all the new stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or is it just you, or do you have a backing band now?
I'm my own backing band, and
you're a one-man band.
Yeah, there's a couple people in and out, but like 99% of it is me performing everything. I recorded in 4 different studios, and it's half an hour long, which is a little bit ridiculous, but.
I also see that you bought your posse, your entourage.
Oh yeah, Ross and Reuben are here on the pooter.
On the pooter.
Yeah.
So, you want me to play All Evil, right?
Yes, this is the opening track from the upcoming LP called Last of Fortune, and it's called All Evil.
What a new thing to have in a new world. Twice-tongued me and my girl. O'er the bay I stood, tall, obelisked, as if to swim to Cairo, black and Dead Sea. I was 16. Lay me down to all evil. Lay me down to all evil.
in.
Oh, I didn't have the mic on when you said that.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Thanks for tuning in. Reuben. Yeah, that was All Evil, the first track from the upcoming Seabirds full length called Last of Fortune. We had a call in from a guy who did not give a name but described himself as a guy. And really,
You were also a guy.
who in the end isn't a guy besides women?
Yeah, I'm the only non-guy.
That's true.
I'm a girl.
I'm waxing philosophical right now.
You're a guy. Ross is a guy. Reuben, who's in the other room, is a guy. I'm a girl, though.
Yeah.
But if somebody were to call in the studio, "Hey guys," I would think that they also include me because it's just
Yeah.
a figure of speech.
Is that wrong? The standard of calling everyone guys no matter who they are. Ross, weigh in this. Ross, in Spanish isn't there some rule in the language, like if there's a group of 40 women and 1 man, it's still referred to as masculine?
Yeah, all romantic languages function that way,
All of them do?
so far as I know.
There should be a law against it.
You know, also in English class, they teach you that you're supposed to say his instead of theirs or them or something. Like, there's like a certain like rule. I forget like an example of this, but you say his. Like, when you're talking to like a wide group of people, you always say his, even if it might be like majority women, because you never know if it is or isn't. And so you can't say his/hers on an essay, or you can't say theirs or them, or I'll try to make it unisex. You have to say his. And I remember in my English class, I protested against it and said, I will not do that because, I'm a woman. And he marked me down for it because, and I said, what if I said hers? And they're like, well, what if they're not? And I'm like, well, what if they're not a dude? And so I argued with my professor against that. And I ended up on the essay, instead of them, since it was, it's like grammatically incorrect to say them or whatever on certain sentences, I just put his/hers.
We should become feminist eco-terrorists. Like after this set.
Right
ski
after,
masks.
we're just like running out into the street.
Yeah, burning.
Let's start an
Mm.
all-girl Circle Jerks cover band, and we only cover Wild in the Streets. That's it. That's the only one.
Pretty good song.
It is a good song.
Back Up Against the Wall is my favorite Circle Jerks song, though.
Oh, I like that one a
That's a
lot
good
too. I like Up Your Ass, like World Up Your Ass.
Can you say that?
Yeah, you can say ass, because
Oh,
what if
okay.
they think it's a donkey?
Wow. Clever thought.
Well, like, I mean, Shakespeare says ass in his play, like in Midsummer
Shakespeare
Night's
was
Dream.
pretty low, actually. Like people think of Shakespeare as being some highbrow figure, but
I'm just saying, like, if you're able to like read Shakespeare in high school,
you're
And
some
you're-
sort of genius.
no, I'm just saying, like, you're supposed to like read Hamlet in
Yeah,
like,
I
high
read
school.
Hamlet in high school.
and they say like ass in
Probably
Hamlet.
arse or something.
Yeah, and if you're able to do that, then I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, you're a minor when you're
Yeah,
in high school,
that's
so
true.
I'm equating it
A
to.
suggestible, impressionable minor.
So I'm equating it to, if you can say it in public education that is given to every high school student that is a minor, then I would say that you could say it on the radio.
All part of our eco-terrorist agenda.
So, all evil. Do you want to talk about that?
All evil. Let's think. Well,
Is it about being all evil?
it's kind of used. The term evil is used in kind of an overwrought heavy metal sense to, like, I don't know. Think of that in a metal context or something. It's kind of an inflated idea. Like, I just found it so, like, it's a song mostly based on like subconscious things, like things I was trying. When I was writing this, I was trying to get in touch with like some weird things I was kind of in touch with as a kid, or like things I was afraid of, and I just kind of tried to tap into that. But I kind of used the
Like Metallica when they wrote Enter Sandman.
yeah. That's true. Yeah. So it's my version of, an overwrought.
It sounds better. Like, I like that song better.
Yeah, but what was I gonna
By
say?
that song, I meant your song.
Oh, thank you. But mostly in my past, I've just stuck to low fidelity, like acoustic home recorded performances, and with this album, I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to make something that exemplifies the music I like. Like I'm trying to make a more multicolored experience, more instruments and, dynamics and good production. I was always kind of on the lo-fi side of things and not really wanting to produce, and I set aside some time and made an album I really like. And that's an example of it with all those instruments and such.
Sounds really good. I'm surprised that that's unmastered because it sounds really good for
Thanks. Yeah.
being unmastered. Because usually when people are like, "Oh, this is the unmastered version," you're just like
It's just
listening.
Like, what is this?
Like, like I can barely hear you. You're not on the mic at all. You're like in another room, and it's just like you hear this every like click, and it's
Yeah.
your background noise.
First
you hear all
time
this.
sitting down and like mixing something and mastering it. It's I consider this to be a beginning of making the records I want to make forever.
Where are you mixing and mastering it?
I'm mixing and mastering. Someone's calling me. Oh.
Don't answer
No,
that.
I don't think I'm
on
gonna
air.
answer that. Till later.
They're like, "Hey, I heard you. I'm hearing you on the radio right now. Pick up the phone. I want to talk to you, even though you're broadcasting live."
What was I saying? What were we talking about?
We were talking
Oh,
about
mixing and mastering.
mixing and mastering.
I am mix. It is. I recorded it in thirds and for fourths or whatever in different studios, and every person is mixing and mastering it themselves. But it's being mastered by a friend of mine, Kirk McLean, in Atascadero, as we speak. So yeah, that's not the most interesting answer ever. I just kind of like.
You should have just lied and said Kirk McLean and Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And Butch Vig and.
And Rick Ross, he's involved too, right?
Rick Reuben, you mean?
Or yeah, Rick Reuben.
Rick Ross is a rapper.
Yeah.
Produced
Wait,
by
what
Rick
he
Ross.
what song does he do? Like, there was he had
Terrible songs.
Yeah, I know they're terrible, but there was one that was just so hilarious and it was really like popular. Oh, it wasn't that one. I was thinking of this really explicit one that was like I can't even say any song or any word in that song. It's a song and it's explicit and I can't repeat it. I don't even know if I can repeat the name because I don't know the name, but if I did, I couldn't say it.
Okay. It was him. He who had the first verse on "Monster" by Kanye West, right?
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He had a brief little line there.
You
That's
know,
all I know about the man.
You know what's weird? On James Blake's new album, RZA is
James Blunt.
James Blake.
Who's James, the You're Beautiful guy?
No, that's James
Blunt. Wait, what about James Blunt?
James Blake.
James Blunt?
James
I'm sorry.
Blake.
Okay. What about James Blake?
He has a song that has RZA on it on his new album.
Yeah.
It's really weird because like I kind of think James Blake is boring. Like I'm just not into it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna express an opinion about that on the air, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not really into it, but like I don't care if other people are. But it's weird because like it's like you were in the Wu-Tang Clan and you're like James Blake's new album.
Some people just go soft, you know.
Well, I was always more of a GZA person. GZA's cool.
Like how Iggy Pop ended up in Nickelodeon movies.
Really?
Yeah, he was in a Nickelodeon movie called Snow Day.
What?
Iggy Pop has been on all kinds of things. He's in commercials and.
Oh, I know that, but I didn't know about the Nickelodeon movie thing. Well, I guess David Bowie was on SpongeBob, and he was like,
Really?
Yeah, he was in the SpongeBob movie. He's a voice, and so was Lex Interior of the Cramps.
Really?
Yeah. And so I guess Iggy Pop's like, oh, I'm going to
Cramps.
get in on that.
Pantera did a song for SpongeBob. Yeah.
That's so
I think
sick.
if I'm remembering my childhood correctly, I think they contributed a song.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's get back to your album.
Yeah. Wow, we go on some tangents on this show, don't we?
Yeah, but we have fun.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We keep the ball rolling.
I feel like you're the one of the funner people that I've interviewed. Like, well, it's true. It's like I think that I've interviewed a lot of people, and you and Chris Daly are like my favorites to interview because we just like have fun like talking.
It's I have a lot of fun here on KCPR 91.3 FM
So
in the graphic arts building of Cal Poly.
So you want me to play Sage Hang?
All right, this is the second song called Sage Hang. There's a slash in the middle of it, Sage/Hang.
Is there a reason for that?
It references two halves of the song. It's Yeah, just play it and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I am soft and caught in following what leads me now. In no time I'll rise to you, all hasten, golden wanted there. Many sharpened knives to my side. There's a hope in my mind. Say stronger than you now. Take up all your fists and try. Sage your crazy, and I couldn't feel it now, not all around. God, I'm tired. And I can't retreat. And I don't need to. Besides, I swear by God I'll tear you apart. Start to hang it up tonight. Try it. Oh. So I walked out far and fled you all and fleshed it out.
Thanks for tuning in.
So,
That was Sage/Hang from the new Seabirds LP.
it's pretty awesome.
Thank you. We were just talking about how Smashing Pumpkins-y it was, and you just told me about how your friend met Billy Corgan
Yes.
at McCarthy's.
Yes. My friend T, who goes on my show a lot, she's always a special guest. And I talk about her a lot. Everybody knows T.
Yeah.
So T was at McCarthy's on like one of the off days, like Monday night, like really late or something like that. And it was like midnight or something. And she saw Billy Corgan there and she went up and talked to him. And he was like, yeah, I just got off tour. I'm probably going to go on tour again.
I'm
couple
probably going
months."
to go on tour again. It's so like vague.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh
mean,
my God.
I think it was like right around the new album coming
Oh,
out.
yeah.
And so he was
So
probably going to
weird.
start touring for that.
How would he be here?
I don't know.
I'm just fangirling out right now.
But another time before that, like months before that, T and I were at McCarthy's and we saw the Guitarist of Soul Asylum and she
Yeah.
went and talked to him. And then my friends, when Decades was still open, my friends,
Oh yeah,
Char-
Decades. I forgot about that place.
my friends Charlotte and Mark that worked there, they said that Carrie Fisher came in one time. And then another time Steve Martin came in.
My friend Kelly saw. Wait, Reuben. Who did Kelly see at Urban Outfitters? Reuben, who did Kelly see at Urban Outfitters? Kelly met that guy from. Who did Kelly meet at Urban Outfitters? That actor. Jack Nicholson. Yeah. So he's been cited, and there was a false
What?
Ryan Gosling rumor as well.
Wait a sec. Let's little.
Okay. Yes.
like,
Jack
back up.
Nicholson was at Urban Outfitters.
Here in Slow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
No way. Why would he be there?
I have no idea.
What? That is the most. That sounds like not real. Like the Billy Corgan you said sounded not real, but that really sounds not real. That's crazy.
No, it's. She got a picture with him. It's absurd. It's just like the weirdest juxtaposition. But I don't like.
What if it
Billy
was?
Corgan is.
What if it was just some guy that looked like Jack Nicholson, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm Jack Nicholson. Let's take a picture together."
There's plenty of those.
Whatever.
Plenty of Jack Nicholsons around.
So, what was the other one that you said that?
There was a rumor
Oh,
that Ryan Gosling was at the library.
You know what's funny? I just talked about this on the radio last week.
Oh yeah, it was the talk of the town.
I thought it was real, and I went downtown trying to find him.
Then someone else took the rumor another step and said he saw him making out with a girl by the creek.
I didn't hear that one. That's
yeah,
crazy.
That's a mutation of, yeah.
Yeah, I found out that it was like the employees of Firestone.
I'll
that
be
made
honest,
it
I
up.
don't know. I barely know who Ryan Gosling is or what he does.
He is an actor, and I saw him in Drive, and then he is in A Place Beyond the Pines, which just came out. And I
Okay.
heard that was really good. That's playing at the Palm. And then he was in My Blue Valentine, and I know about that because
Blue Valentine is a good movie.
they had to like cut it up because it had like an NC-17 rating or something like that, and they had to cut certain parts out to make it an R film.
Oh.
And so I heard about that. And then also he was in The Notebook.
Oh, The Notebook. I remember that.
Yeah, those are the only movies that I know that he's in. Oh, and Lars and the Real Girl.
Pretty minor roles for somebody who would cause
I-
that much of a
I
riot in a
think-
college town by simply being rumored to appear.
I think it's because every girl thinks he's attractive.
Really? Do you think he's attractive?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
And, you know, I usually am not that type of girl that's like, oh, Hollywood movie star that I'm attracted to him and stuff. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, he's pretty fairly attractive. Like, I'll give him that, cool. But I'm not, like, very, you know, invested or impressed with him. I'm not, like, you know.
What
I
are your
wouldn't
thoughts on
scream.
James Franco?
He's an attractive guy, and I like some of his film roles.
I
and
follow his Instagram, and he posts the most awkward selfies I've ever seen.
Really?
Some of the most awkward selfies. It's just him with earbuds, like from a weird angle. and
That's
he's
really
just,
weird.
Thousands of people are just, James, you're so beautiful.
Well, I like his movies, and you know he is an attractive guy, but I'm not like crazy about him or anything. Like if he was in town, like I wouldn't go and try to like make out with him or anything like that. But if I saw him, I would be like, oh yeah, I like some of your films, like you know, and just talk to him like a person, you know, whatever. Not very, you know.
Would you make out with Billy
Pandemonium.
Corgan by the creek?
No.
Yeah,
because
he's
he
got a
made
little-
out with like Jessica Simpson and Paris Hilton. He like
Tila
dated-
Tequila.
Oh yeah, and so I'm not. No, I don't want to get what they have.
From Lip Contact.
I don't want to become like I don't want to make out with them and then like fall on the ground and go no I'm changing and then my like clothes turn into like a pink tube dress.
Wow,
and,
that's really abstract.
Like my hair starts bleaching and I'm just like my lips start going bigger like there's collagen produced and I'm like no it's happening.
I'm gonna have to give this some thought.
Yeah,
It's a very
I'm afraid.
visceral image.
I'm afraid. But yeah, I'm not, you know, super crazy pandemonium about a lot of actors. But when Ryan Gosling was in town, like for some reason he's the exception. Like I'm like, oh, he's very, very attractive, and so I went out and was like, oh, I want to go and try to like see him and be like, oh, I just wanted to see him from afar. It's really weird. I don't know why, but I'm just like, oh God, attractiveness.
These aren't things I ever talk about with anybody or like hold discussions about, but you know, it happens on the radio.
Cool. Well,
What's going on in here?
I don't know. I'm kind of afraid.
Yeah, get the bat and go check. Go check the station for monsters.
I have a bat in my office, and my office is locked. I have the key, but it's like I'm on the radio. I can't just be like, wait up. And then you hear like me opening up the door, and then ding, ding, like the aluminum bat across the floor, and then you hear. And I come back, and I'm just like, anyway, I took care of that. What were you saying? I was just protecting records from being stolen. Hey.
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter here.
I just saw somebody go by the window and then come inside. I was just like, oh, I don't know you.
You're not allowed in here.
I got afraid. I maybe should have closed the door.
Have you ever taken on a home invader with a bat before?
No. I would pee my pants. Like that's been one of my biggest fears since I.
Can you say pants on the air?
Yeah, you can say pants on the air. It's been one of my biggest fears since I was like 3. Like I would cry a lot when I was little and not want to sleep in my room alone because I said a burglar will break into the window and kill me. And so I'm like very much afraid of people coming into my space or like my personal space or being around that I don't know.
All I need is a bat.
Yeah, I should just carry around a bat all the time and say, no, I'm really into baseball.
Aha.
Okay, so let's see. We should probably like play more songs.
Yeah, let's play a track.
Oh wait, do you want to talk about anything about the song?
Yeah, I gotta back up because I want to play a song from Hollow Sunshine, which is another project I collaborate in with my friend Reuben, and it's up there on the Bandcamp, is it?
Yes.
Play Old Light in a second, but yeah, this is a project I contribute vocals to called Hollow Sunshine. We just released an EP on hollowsunshine.bandcamp.com called New Light, and we're going to play the first track called Old Light. It's I wrote the words and vocals, and Reuben does everything else.
Did you want to say anything about Sage Hang?
Oh, I thought I did. Oh, we went into a conversation about Billy Corgan.
Yeah,
Sage
we were
Hang
too
is
excited.
it's kind of a it's in a long grand tradition of like put down songs almost. I wanted to write something that was very I usually write very indirectly and abstractly. I wanted to write something that was very direct and like it kind of marries that 70s style breezy poppy melody to some pretty biting lyrical content, and I like the the tension between those two elements.
And you said that's it. There's a slash between Sage and Hang because it's like 2 parts of this song.
Well, the word sage is that in the first half of the song, and then the other half of the song uses the word hang offhand, so I just thought I'd combine them and make the title Sage/Hang. It was originally just called Sage, but then
you
one fateful day
transmorphing. Have you seen Transmorphers?
You mean Transformers?
No.
What's Transmorphers?
I'll tell you on our next break. Let's play Old Light first.
Okay, this is Old Light by Hollow Sunshine, which I contributed vocals to. for tuning in.
Oh, hey, Jesh. Yes. Can you go out there and like keep an eye out?
Keep an eye out for KCPR monsters. Yeah, that's it's like a shoegazy doom band called Hollow Sunshine. That
was awesome. I
contribute
really
to.
like that.
Thank you.
And they're so Hollow Sunshine. That's
Me and Reuben.
cool. I liked that one.
We're running out of time, and I want to play some more stuff, so I'm gonna get right back into the album "Last of Fortune" by Seabirds, which is just me. We're gonna play a song called "Dowry."
Awesome.
Troubled, why? There is calm and dusky shroud. You're wondering aloud. All alike in everything. Diligently wise, hold me in your sight. I'm sorry, but I don't care. I'm sorry, but I don't
Thanks for tuning in.
So we got like 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that song and then we'll go into the next one?
Yeah. That song is called "Dowry," the third song on "Last of Fortune," and it's kind of a break from my usual style. I went for a Crazy Horse Rager, you know.
I really liked that. I really liked that the combination between like your acoustic stuff, which I'm used to you doing, and then this being more electric.
Yeah, it's definitely a direction I hope to take in the future.
I really like it.
I'm trying to, expand it in a bunch of directions and see what I can do. It's this album, I feel, emphasizes variety. Like no two songs really have the same atmosphere, the same feeling. Like it shifts around a lot, and that's the kind of album I enjoy listening to.
Cool. So the next song.
And this is the last song we'll be debuting from Last of Fortune, and it is called Pearl.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. a blue afternoon. I wish I could recall all of you. You are sentinels now. You're full fed and fine. There are diamonds you have made among mine. We were pearl and unfurled, all mistaken. This all I know this much about you. Your triremes row alone through a white moon and iris. I know all of you all exists. Where hymns hold your ire, lady, awaken. Your country stands unscathed to me.
Thanks
for tuning in.
Oh God.
We're just gonna-
I've created a monster.
We're gonna annoy the hell out of people.
All right, that was one of the first songs I
Pearl.
wrote for Last of Fortune called Pearl. And if you are just tuning in, my name is Morgan Enos, and I am debuting some songs from my upcoming LP called Last of Fortune. Interesting, huh?
It's very nice. I liked the songs.
Thank
I
you.
liked them, and I'm not lying, 'cause if I was, I'd be a sinner, right?
All right. So
No,
we
I
got a
liked
few
it.
minutes left. Wait, what?
I liked it. I mean, I've seen you live tons of times over the years. Like-
Yeah.
First time I saw you, it was at Bouchon House.
Oh yeah, that was.
You were like 16, I was 17. Now I'm
Now he-
22,
now
you're
here we are.
21.
I'm 20.
You're 20?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it for my own album, and I'm gonna finish this little shindig off with a collaborative track from another one of Reuben Sawyer's projects called Blood Bright Star. This is a song I did vocals on called Golden Blood.
Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still
All
on.
right. Thank you to any who stuck with this hour-long episode. If you would like to download older recordings from my project Seabirds, go to seabirds.bandcamp.com for free music and expect the debut album, of which you heard part of, next month. And thank you again. Thank you, Ariel, Biba, Pickles, and this guy.
Oh, this is Jesh.
Nice to meet you.
He's Polish.
So am I.
He's really Polish. Anyway,
Really Polish.
this is